If I told you my story, you would hear hope that wouldn't let go. And if I told you my story, you would hear love that never gave up. And if I told you my story, you would hear life, but it wasn't mine. If I should speak, then let it be of the grace that is greater than all my sin, of when justice was served and where mercy wins, of the kindness. Oh, to tell you my story is to tell of Him. If I told you my story, you would hear victory over the enemy. And if I told you my story, you would hear freedom that was won for me. And if I told you my story, you would hear life. Would speak, then let it be of the grace that is greater than all my sin, of when justice was served and where mercy wins, of the kindness of Jesus that draws.
Story of Brenda has been one of perseverance, of determination, of resilience in regards to what I'm trying to do. This project, the Ndikyo project, actually has gone through a series of changes. I backed this idea with my mother and my dad a couple of 6 years down the road. And it all started about when we saw the landslides in 2010, and my uncle, brother to my dad, the immediate brother that follows my dad, he was affected with the landslides, and he narrowly escaped death. God uses people to bring about answers to prayers of others. So I believe, I don't know whether He has put this in my heart, but it has been a burden that I have felt from the very beginning. Even many times when I have felt like giving up. I mean, sometimes I would actually stand in front of the Twin Towers of Uganda, you know, office of the Prime Minister and office of the President, and I'm looking there and I'm saying, okay, how am I, one person, going to walk in there and try and do something and get these officers to listen to me? But it was that determination, I mean, to say that I have given some hope. I have been to the camps. I think you have seen, you can see what is happening. So when we go down there, we actually were able to mobilize these people and ask them to set up a cooperative whereby out of the 2.5 acres of land that they were officially given by government, they could retain 1 acre for their own domestic use, plant their own food crops and their housing, and the other 1.5 acre would go to cooperative that is managed by Ndikyo agribusiness, because we are a social enterprise. Many people are asking, are you a non-profit? Or what are you? Are you a non-profit? Are you a business company? But I'm here to say that Ndikyo is a social enterprise. We are about running a business with an aim of helping community and society in need. We aim to create profits, but use that profits for something good, for a situation that is of communal benefit. People are living in a state of hopelessness. People are living in a state of expectation for 7 years that they have now lost the desire to even get up and fend for themselves. And even if they try, they do not have the access. They do not have the capacity to access loans because they have no security. And I have tried now, a couple of days I've been moving around in different financial institutions, trying to get some financial help for these people to start agriculture. And the answers I'm hearing is like, do they have collateral? Do they have titles? Do they have this? Supposing they are not able to pay. So it's a state of hopelessness. And I'm not here to show the world, to pinpoint and to blame anybody. I am here to show you, the nationals, the nation, the world, the people of Uganda, the people of the world, the Bamasava community, that our people need help. I'm telling you, the life that these people are living is actually worse than the life that the refugees are living. Because at least the refugees get food every week. Every week. So my question to them was, what are you waiting for? And it was a message of inspiration and a message of a wake-up call to them and saying, hey people, look here. I'm not coming here to campaign. I'm not coming here to seek, for ulterior motives, but I'm coming here because I have a heart to see this crisis of deaths, which by the way is a national crisis, because trust me, every time you appear in the newspapers in the world, on media, on international media, online, that there are thousands of people dying in Uganda, year in and year out. Every time there is a rainfall, the rainy season starts. So come March this year, you're going to hear reports of deaths. Come September, you're going to hear people are dying. Why? It's not as though that we did not know that this was going to happen. So how are we preparing ourselves for this? And every time that affects our publicity as a nation, it affects business. It affects investors. It affects the tourism community. It will affect the PR. It will, even the people who are living outside in the diaspora. I mean, that is not the kind of that's not the kind of association you want to have following you all the time. Because it doesn't help to tell people you need to move. And where will they go? So I think you've seen the media cracks. There are cracks, long cracks from up and down. The other day in the newspapers it was saying 40,000 people at risk in Bududa. And just 2 days later on, there was a landslide. And we lost lives. So there are signs. But you see, the problem is that the people in Bududa, when they look at what is happening in Chiliandongo, where people have been resettled, and they see the kind of life that they are living, they are not willing to be resettled anywhere. And even if they were, what is the starting point? So it's actually a catch-22. They are in between a rock and a hard place. So this is a call to the individual. Ndikyo is a call to the individual in need to rise up and use the little that he has to make a change, because we are the roots. We believe Ndikyo in Lumasa means I am, and I think that is in Bantu language. I am Ndikyo. It means that I am, and we finish that with I am the root. We are the roots of our own development. We are the roots of making a change in our own country. Those people are the roots of making a change in their life. They have to change the mindset. The mindset from a mindset of charity, of expecting donations, which are good at a time of crisis. They help a lot. But come 6-7 years down the road, if people are still waiting for a donation, if they are still waiting for charity to come day in and day out for food, then we are not going to rise. We are not going to rise out of our situation. We are not going to rise out of poverty. And we are not going to change the standard of living. And above all, we are not going to be successful in the resettlement project. that the government has in store for those people.
My story is to tell of the grace that is greater than all my
We are the roots of our own development.